So, a debate that's going on the internet right now is the one of whether you should read books or not, whether reading books has value or not. Like, you've probably seen those guys online, like Andrew and Tristan Tate and all those kind of guys, saying things between the lines of like, reading is too slow, man. It has no value. You should take action instead. And even though I think that's a valid point, I think that they are not providing you with the whole picture, with more perspective on the topic. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you the reasons why I think that reading actually has value for you. So the first reason why reading has value has to do with the this phrase that you have heard in the past, that you are the average of the five people you spend your time with. Like, think about it for a second. Like, when you are reading a book, you're not just like reading a book, man. It's way more deeper than that. Because when you are reading a book, man, you are diving deep into the like most complex, organized thoughts of someone that is at the top of that industry, at the top of that field that you're reading, that thing that you want to learn. And when you are reading this person's books, when you are reading all of those authors that you are reading, you are spending time with their thoughts. Like, you are just receiving their thoughts on a daily basis, because reading a book is not the same thing as watching a 20-minute YouTube video. Like, from that video, you're gonna get things out of it. Like, I'm recording a video right now, you're gonna get some things from them, but you're not gonna get as many things as you would from reading a book. Because when you read a book, you're spending anywhere like more than 20 hours reading that book if it's a long one. And during those 20 hours that you are reading that book, you are sending your brain feedback of who you want to become. So in the same way that you get all of those habits from the people that surround you, like you're at the average of the five people you spend your time with, you are gonna get all of those things that you get from those books, from those authors that you read, by reading their books, by reading all of the different things that they have done in order to be successful at their field. That's why reading is important. You're not only the average of the five people you spend your time with, you're also the average of the people whose content you consume. And that includes authors. Now, the second reason why I think that reading books is valuable is because reading reshapes your identity. Like, if you have, for those of you guys who have read Atomic Habits and all those kind of books, you know this already, but for those of you who haven't, the way in which you get rid of a bad habit is by replacing it for a good one. So you replace a bad habit for a good one. And the main thing that you want to do by replacing all of the bad habits for good ones, and the process that you're going through, is that you are changing your identity. And once you have changed your identity and you shifted from being someone that, I don't know, that man, like watches porn and masturbates and plays video games and does some productive stuff with his time, from someone that reads books and exercises and meditates and it's someone that is productive, you have changed your identity, man. And because you have changed your identity, now just keeping those good habits alive is way easier for you, because they are part of who you are now. And when you are reading a book, the same thing is going to happen. And this is kind of related to the first point I made, that you are the average of the five people you spend your time with and reading and all that kind of stuff. And it is related because when you are reading a book, because it takes a lot of time, you are constantly sending your brain feedback of who it is that you want to become, of what are the things that you want to do with your life. That's why reading has so much value, man. You are reshaping your identity. Reading shapes your identity. Like, bro, if you can get something out of this video, it's this, and that is that reading shapes your identity. In the same way that the people that surround you shape your identity because you are the average of them, the books that you read also shape it, man. They work in the same way that friends. Obviously, like, doesn't have the same impact, but can you befriend a really top guy, man, right now at the moment, that you're really young? You probably can't, man. So your best option right now are books. They have value. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Set the bar higher. Read books. Because we both know you can, man.